All right, let's jump right in. We are talking about a totally new financial playbook, one designed for the world we're living in right now, a world with AI on the rise and debt that just won't quit. And this whole strategy, it comes straight from a banker who's on the front lines of this stuff. So yeah, let's get into the battle plan. You know that feeling, don't you? It's that kind of low hum of anxiety in the back of your mind. You see another headline about AI taking over jobs, and then, boom, your credit card statement hits your inbox. Let me tell you, you are not alone. Gen Z, millennials, we're all feeling the squeeze.
And this isn't just some vague feeling. I mean, look at this number, $1.21 trillion. That is the record high credit card balance in the US right now. It is a real measurable weight on millions of people. And that's just one half of the perfect storm we're all facing.
And here comes the other half, 60%. That's the estimated percentage of jobs in advanced economies that are at risk of being impacted by AI. Now, this isn't some far-off sci-fi movie plot. No, this is the new reality of the job market we're navigating today.
You know, this metaphor really hits the nail on the head. In the past, you could just kind of hunker down and wait for a financial storm to pass. But this is different. This is a fundamental, permanent shift. It really is like climate change for our careers and our money. And that means we need a completely new strategy to survive and, hopefully thrive.
So, because the whole game has changed, the old playbook is, well, it's obsolete. All that traditional advice, just cut your spending, save a little bit more, it's just not going to cut it anymore. It's not enough to fight a two-front war against AI disruption and crushing high-interest debt.
And this slide just lays it out so perfectly, right? It shows the massive strategic shift we have to make. The old way was all defensive. It was passive. You'd build a little wall and just hope for the best. But the new solution, it's proactive. It's creative. You don't just cut spending, you go out and create new income. You don't wait for the storm to pass, you figure out how to capitalize on the new climate. This quote right here, this is the absolute core idea of the entire strategy. See, it's not about just protecting what you have anymore. Today, real financial security is about building a second, independent source of power for your financial life. It's about going on offense, not just playing defense.
Okay, first things first. Before you can even think about building that new engine, you have to perform some financial triage. You've got to stop the bleeding from your most damaging wounds, and let's be honest, for most of us, that's high-interest debt.
We have to reframe how we think about this. Stop thinking of that credit card bill as just, a bill. It's a financial infection. It is actively working against you every single second of every single day. So paying it off, that's not an expense. It is the best, safest, highest return investment you could possibly make. The return is literally guaranteed.
So how do we actually do this triage? Well, it's a pretty simple three-step plan. First, you identify the gusher, and that means your debt with the highest interest rate, not necessarily the biggest balance. That's key. Second, you apply maximum pressure. You pay the minimums on everything else, but every single extra dollar you have goes straight to that one gusher. And third, you find those extra dollars. Just track your spending for 1 month. That's it. And I guarantee you'll find money leaks you can plug and redirect. All right, so once you're managing the debt, once the bleeding has slowed down, it is time for step 2, building your second engine. And this isn't just about getting some extra cash. This is about creating career insurance for yourself in a super uncertain job market. And here's the best part. We're going to use the very thing we're worried about, AI, to actually build it. Okay, here's the first idea, and believe me, this is in huge demand right now. So many businesses and creators are just drowning in the need for more content. They might have one big piece like a long podcast, but they have zero time to turn it into more. That is where you come in.
Your job is actually pretty simple, but it is incredibly valuable. You just take that one long video and you use AI tools to multiply it into, say, a dozen smaller pieces of content for all their social media. See? You're not the creator, you're the multiplier. You're saving them dozens of hours of work.
And the best part? The tools to do this are everywhere, and many are free or super cheap. You can use something like ChatGPT to create quick summaries, Canva's AI to whip up quote graphics, and tools like Pictory to pull short video clips in minutes. The barrier to entry here is just incredibly low.
Okay, hustle number 2 leverages something that you already have, right now, your unique knowledge. Are you an expert in container gardening? Maybe you're amazing at managing a remote team, or you love restoring old furniture. You can turn that passion into a real product.
In this model, you are the author, and AI is your super efficient assistant. You can use it to help outline your ideas, do some background research, even help design a cover. Then you publish it on a platform like Amazon or Gumroad, and boom, you've created a passive income stream based on something you already know and love.
This third hustle is great because it focuses on a market that is so underserved: local, small businesses. I mean, think about your local coffee shop, your plumber, your mechanic. They're often completely overwhelmed by technology and they desperately need help.
And you can offer them these simple, really high-value packages. For maybe a few $100, you could set up a simple AI chatbot on the website to handle common customer questions. Or you could use AI tools to generate a whole month's worth of social media posts for them. It's a quick project for you, but it's a huge problem solved for them.
Okay, so we've got our triage plan to stop the bleeding, and we've got our second engine to create a new stream of income. Now, we connect them. This right here, this is where the strategy becomes insanely powerful.
And the rule is so simple. Your day job paycheck, that keeps the lights on, pays the rent, buys groceries. But every single dollar, I mean every penny from your new side hustle has one job, and one job only: to attack your highest interest debt.
Let's just make this real for a second. Let's say your side hustle starts bringing in an extra $500 a month. That's a totally achievable goal for a lot of people. Now, on its own, that might not feel life-changing, but when you apply it correctly, oh, its impact is absolutely massive. That's because that extra $500 isn't going to coffees or another subscription. Nope, it becomes a dedicated, focused, debt-destroying machine. By throwing it straight at the principal on your high-interest debt, that money saves you thousands, literally thousands, in future interest payments and can shave years off your repayment timeline.
So let's be super clear about this. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a plan to build real, sustainable financial security in a world that feels, well, anything but secure. It's a strategy to not just scrape by, but to actually get ahead of the curve.
I really want to end with this thought because it just perfectly reframes this entire situation. That anxiety we talked about at the beginning, that fear of AI taking your job, this idea turns it completely on its head. Instead of your replacement, AI becomes your most powerful tool. It's your new partner. It's your unpaid intern who's ready to work 24/7 to help you build a stronger, more resilient financial future.